Hey, this is Dara, as in I dare you to speak up with confidence. And today I'm going to give you my top 5 tips how to help you speak so people listen. Let's do it. Okay, I wanted to make these quick tips because a lot of people come to me to say, I feel like my voice is not heard when I speak up at meetings, or I want to be able to speak with more impact so people listen and I influence others. So get a pen and paper, and I want you to write down these tips because they will significantly help you from one shy speaker to maybe another. This is how you get to speak to be heard wherever you are. So tip number 1 is to say your opening sentence a little bit louder and with enthusiasm to be noticed. Oftentimes people speak over us or interject over us because perhaps they didn't know we were speaking because we were too soft-spoken. It could be a natural accident. We were not heard. And our brains are wired to listen for people who are more enthusiastic, have a higher pitch, and sound excited. So that's where you're going to draw attention to. So if you're trying to jump into a crowd or a social scene or maybe a corporate meeting, you feel like there's just so many people talking at once and you're trying to jump in, get ready to say your opening sentence a little bit louder and with enthusiasm, and notice how people will listen to you without you having to repeat yourself. That's important. Okay, tip 2, and this is for my high-pitched speakers. I have a naturally lower voice, and you may as well. But if you don't, you want to take your octave down a little bit to a lower tone. So that means speaking down from the belly, down into the diaphragm. It also helps to take deep breaths so you're not running out of air, which if we speak too much and we run out of air, then we can try to squeeze in more words and the voice goes up. So when you want to be heard, people are known to be taken more seriously if they have a little bit more of a deeper tone or a deeper voice. You don't have to change your voice, but just be mindful. Are you speaking up here all the time? Or can you speak with a natural tone, like it's coming from your belly, not from your throat, not a raspy voice, from down deep in your belly? This helps if you're a singer. That's why singing is a wonderful way to practice finding your natural voice. Or just humming. That's another way to find your natural pitch. Person who's confident, who wants to convince somebody of something. Maybe when you're a teenager, you come home late, you're sneaking out, you're up to no good, and you have to convince your parents where they don't believe where you say you were. So what do? To become more serious, you lower your tone. I swear, Mom, this is where I was. You don't go up. I swear, Mom, this is where I was. You go lower to be taken more seriously. So see if you can make this a habit and practice it, because when you do that, people will begin to pay attention and listen to you. Okay, before I get to tip 3, this is a good time to remind you to smash that subscribe button and then check out the link below for DaraConnollyCLUB, where there's a plethora of other videos about this topic and more that you will not hear me say on YouTube or anywhere else. So take advantage of the phenomenal low price to get in on expert coaching with DaraConnollyCLUB. Okay, I'm back. A little bit of a technical issue here, but I think we're back live. Okay, tip 3 is to physically lean in before speaking. This indicates to other people socially that you are ready to contribute to the conversation, especially if you're in a group that's, again, very loud. It could be a family dinner. Everybody's talking over each other. You want to contribute to the conversation. Your voice is not heard. Or a corporate meeting, you're not feeling seen. Physically lean in. You can give a hand gesture to indicate I'm about to speak. And you also begin by opening your mouth, leaning in to let people know I have something to say here. This is the visible cue of you're ready to contribute to the conversation. If you're live, not on a virtual camera, but you're live in person, you can also tap somebody on the shoulder if they're sitting next to you, or gently on the wrist to say, I'm ready to share as well. Can you shut up, type of thing. So physically leaning in gives a social cue that you would like to contribute to the conversation. Now, tip 4 is something that we sometimes forget to do. And this is when you are not speaking, to stay engaged in the conversation. Oh, it's so easy to pull out your phone and start scrolling, or to kind of see what else is going on around the room or at a party, and maybe start a side conversation with somebody else. But if you are in a group and you want people to notice you, listen to you, and become influenced by you, you have to be a really good listener and stay engaged in the conversation, even when you're not speaking. So this means when somebody else is talking, that you are letting them know that you are someone who's paying attention. So when it's your turn to speak, they will be more likely to listen to you. So again, we give verbal cues and physical cues by nodding, wow, that happened, to show we are active listening. Don't get wandered off and distracted, because then other people will do the same when you're speaking. And tip 5, before the last tip, remember, smash the button for subscribe and check out DaraConnollyCLUB, because this is just a little taste of how I help you speak for impact. But if you're somebody who wants to speak on stage, get on TEDx, take your voice to the next level, write a book, get in the media, all the content is available on DaraConnolly.com club with a really low price. So you do not want to wait, because the price does go up. All right, number 5 is to be physically visible within the group. What do I mean by this? The person who is seen and takes up space will be the one who is most listened to. If you cowered in, or you're hiding, or your maybe hair is in front of your face, or you're taking notes and you're not letting yourself be seen, it's very hard for people to want to listen to you. People want to see your eyes and your mouth when you're speaking. So make sure you are being visible. You are sitting in a seat that is seen at the meeting. If you're standing, you are not in the back hiding, you are becoming visible. If everyone's standing in a loose circle and you're on the outside of the circle, how can you get into that circle? Take a step into it. You want to make sure you're visibly part of a group. So this way it shows you're active listening. And then when it's your turn to speak, you can easily do so, because people see you as someone who's a part of the conversation. You're part of the group. People like people who are like them. So you can do this by mirroring their body language. If everybody's kind of standing like this, then jump in and do that too. If you can mirror just a little bit and be physically visible, you let people know that you like them and you're part of their team, their group, and that you want to be heard as well, because you have something important to contribute. Now, this is just, again, 5 of the many tips I can teach you on this topic. So what I want you to do is comment below on anything I've shared, or if you have questions about this, do not hesitate to reach out to me so we can chat further, how it can help you speak up with confidence and be more impactful and influential every time you speak in front of an audience. I want you to speak with impact every damn time. Until then, you are amazing.